Hey everyone, in this video we are going to explore a topic in number theory, a linear Diophantine equations. Let's define linear Diophantine equation first. A linear Diophantine equation is an equation in the form of ax plus by equals c, where a, b, and c are integers. The goal is to find the integral solutions for variables x and y. Now, let's talk about the theorem. A linear Diophantine equation ax plus by has no integral solution if the greatest common divisor of a and b does not divide c. But if the GCD of a and b divides c, then there are infinitely many integral solutions. Suppose x sub 0 and y sub 0 is one particular solution to the equation, then the general solution can be written as x is equals to x sub 0 plus b divided by d times n, and y is equals to y sub 0 minus a divided by d times n. Here, d is the GCD of a and b, and n is any integer. So let's try solving this example. 60x plus 18y equals 97. First, find the GCD of 60 and 18, and that is 6. Now, check if 6 divides 97. 6 does not divide 97, therefore, the equation has no integral solution. That means this Diophantine equation has no solution in the set of integers. So let's try another example. 17x plus 13y is equals to 100. So first, we are going to find the GCD of 17 and 13 using Euclidean algorithm. We divide 17 by 13, which gives us a quotient of 1 and a remainder of 4. Then we take our divisor 13 and our remainder 4. So 13 divided by 4 gives us a quotient of 3 and a remainder of 1. Finally, we divide 4 by 1, which gives us a quotient of 4 and a remainder of 0. The less than 0 remainder is our GCD. So we can see that the GCD of 17 and 13 is 1. Now we check for divisibility. For a Diophantine equation ax plus by equals c to have integer solutions, the constant c must be divisible by the GCD of a and b. In our example, our GCD is 1 and our c is 100. Since 100 is divisible by 1, we know that integral solutions exist for this equation. Okay, next we need to express our GCD, which is 1, as a linear combination of 17 and 13. We do this by working backwards through the Euclidean algorithm with steps we just performed. Here is the Euclidean algorithm steps. Our last non-zero remainder was 13 equals 4 times 3 plus 1. We arranged it by working backwards. We get 1 equals 13 minus 4 times 3. Now we are going to substitute 4, where 4 is equals to 17 minus 13 times 1. Where did we get this? So from the Euclidean algorithm steps, 17 equals 13 times 1 plus 4. Working backwards, we get 4 equals 17 minus 13 times 1. We substitute this expression for 4 into equation 1. So 1 equals 13 minus 17 minus 13 times 1 times 3. Then we distribute 3. We have 1 equals 13 minus 17 times 3 plus 13 times 3. Then combine like terms, it becomes 1 equals 13 times 4 minus 17 times 3. So finally, rearrange it to express in the form of 17x plus 13y equals 100. So we get 17 times Negative 3 plus 13 times 4 equals 1. For the next step, to find a particular solution, multiply both sides by 100. This gives us 17 times negative 300 plus 13 times 400 equals 100. So therefore, our particular solution is x sub 0 is equals to negative 300, y sub 0 equals to 400. So finally, we're going to find the general solution. Once we have a particular solution, we can find all possible integral solutions using these formulas. So x is equals to x sub 0 plus b over d times n, and y equals y sub 0 minus a over d times n, where x sub 0 and y sub 0 are the particular solutions, a and b are the coefficients from the original equation, d is the GCD of 17 and 13, which is 1, and n is any integer. Substituting our values, x is equals to negative 300 plus 13 divided by 1 times n. This simplifies to x is equals to negative 300 plus 13n. For y, the value of y sub 0 is 400 minus 17 divided by 1 times n. So this simplifies to y equals 400 minus 17n. So these are the general formulas for all integral solutions to the equation 17x plus 13y equals 100. You can pick any integer value for n, and you will find a corresponding pair of integral solutions for x and y.